It is a common experience that if we view a street lamp from nearby, it may seem quite bright, but if we see it from afar, it appears faint. Thus, the brightness of an object we perceive is not the measure of the intrinsic brightness or actual brightness of that object. The same thing is applicable in case of stars. A star might look bright because it is closer to us. In the same way, a really bright star might appear faint because it is too far. Thus, in the field of astronomy and stargazing, the most important thing that we have to keep in mind is the apparent brightness of an object, which is called the apparent magnitude. The faintest stars visible to the naked eye are assigned the sixth magnitude, and the brightest stars are assigned the first magnitude or even less than that, sometimes which can become lesser than zero. Thus, apparent magnitude of an astronomical object is a measure of how bright it appears. According to the magnitude scale, a smaller magnitude means a brighter star. Apparent magnitude is denoted by small m. The magnitude scale is actually a non-linear scale. This means that a star 2 magnitudes fainter than another is not twice as faint. It's actually about 6.3 times fainter. How is it? The response to the eye to increasing brightness is nearly logarithmic. It is not linear. We therefore need to develop a logarithmic scale of magnitudes in which a difference of 5 magnitude is equal to a factor of 100 in brightness. I'm repeating. A difference in 5 magnitudes is equal to a factor of 100 in brightness. On this scale, the brightness ratio corresponding to 1 magnitude is therefore fifth root of 100, that is 2.512. This is a ratio. Therefore, a star of magnitude 1 is actually 2.512 times brighter than the star of magnitude 2. It is 2.512 squared, that is 6.3 times brighter than magnitude 3. 2.512 cubed, that is 16 times brighter than magnitude 4, and so on. For example, the Dhruvatara or Polaris pole star has an apparent magnitude of plus 2.3, and the star Altair has an apparent magnitude of 0.8. Therefore, the difference in apparent magnitude is 1.5. That means Altair is 2.512 times 1.5, that is 4 times brighter than Polaris. So brightness of Altair is to brightness of Polaris is 4:1. Now let's make it into a formula. B2 by B1, that is brightness of the second object, is to the brightness of first object. B2 by B1 is 2.512 to the power m1 minus m2, to the power of apparent magnitude of the first object minus apparent magnitude of the second object, m1 minus m2. B2 by B1 is 2.512 to the power m1 minus m2, or we can also say that B2 by B1 is equal to 100 to the power m1 minus m2 by 5. That 100 to the power 1 by 5 is actually 2.512. Just we are converting that equation into a more simpler form. Now let's return to the first equation. B2 by B1 is equal to 2.512 times m to the power m1 minus m2. Taking log on both sides, log 10 B2 by B1 is equal to m1 minus m2 log of 2.512, that is 0.4. So m1 minus m2 into 0.4 is equal to log 10 b2 by b1, or m1 minus m2 is equal to 2.5 into log 10 b2 by b1, or b2 by b1 is actually equal to, as I told you, 100 to the power m1 minus m2 by 5. A magnitude of 0 or even negative has been assigned to extend the scale. A star of minus 1 magnitude is thus 2.512 times brighter than the star of 0th magnitude. The brightest star in the sky other than the Sun, Sirius A, has an apparent magnitude of minus 1.47. The faintest object detectable with a large modern telescope in the sky is of magnitude plus 29. Therefore, the Sun, having the apparent magnitude of m equal to minus 26.81, is thus 10 to the power 22 times brighter than the faintest object detectable in the sky. But we should also define a system to have the idea of the real brightness of stars, not the apparent. On that note, astronomers use the absolute magnitude. The absolute magnitude of an astronomical object is defined as its apparent magnitude if it were at a distance of 10 parsecs from us. It is denoted by capital M. If a star is closer than 10 parsecs to us, it looks brighter than it would have been at standard distance. Here, the apparent magnitude is greater than the absolute magnitude. Farther away than 10 parsecs, the star looks fainter than it should at a standard distance. So here, the apparent magnitude would be less than the absolute magnitude. And if an astronomical object is exactly at a distance of 10 parsecs from us, then its apparent magnitude will be exactly equal to its absolute magnitude. We also have a relation between apparent magnitude and absolute magnitude and the distance of that celestial object to us. This relation is called the distance modulus, which says small m minus capital M, that is apparent magnitude minus the absolute magnitude, is 5 times log 10 of distance of that object from us in parsecs by 10 parsec. 5 log 10 distance in parsec by 10 parsec, which can also be expressed as 5 log 10 distance in parsecs whole minus 5. So apparent magnitude minus absolute magnitude is 5 times log 10 of the distance of that astronomical object from us in parsecs whole minus 5. That's all for today, guys. If you like this video, then please share and subscribe my channel Astro Shakti for getting more such astronomical videos. Thank you.